this team is obviously known for its pitching, and you're coming from a team known from development, lots of good pitching. Do you see any similarities in the way the Rays and the Brewers have done it and brought all these good arms to the big leagues?
I mean, yeah. Obviously, like you say, we have our main thing is the pitching staff, same as the Rays, and I feel like there's some similarities there, and obviously when you have a pitching staff like that, you always have a pretty good chance to to go deep in the postseason, and I think there's a lot of similarities, and I think that's why we play so good this whole season, and I think that's why we're here in this spot right now, and hopefully we can continue to keep the guys healthy and to keep playing good baseball.
You're one of the guys on this team that's been to a World Series already. So aside from obvious talent and good luck, what did you learn last year that a team needs to get to that point?
I feel like the most important thing in the postseason is the pitching staff. If you have the pitching, you're gonna go as deep as you can, But I feel like that's the main thing for a team to get to the World Series, because when you have a pitching staff like we have, I think you have the advantage, because we have some guys like the starting pitchers we got and the bullpen. That's for me, that's the most important thing. Like for the Rays last year, like we didn't hit and we still got to the World Series. Like as a team we didn't hit, we still got to the World Series because the pitching staff, and I think that's why we are in a good spot here, and I think that's why we have a pretty good chance to get there.
Hey, Willie.
What's up, baby?
We were talking to Counsell not that long ago about you, and he said something pretty incredible. He said, Willie Adames changed our team. He changed who we were. Well, what does that mean to you to hear a manager say that? And what do you think you did to change the team?
I don't know, man. I don't think I did anything, crazy or anything special. Just, I just come to the field every day just to play the game in the right way, just to have fun and enjoy this, because this is what we live for, and for me personally, I just focus to try to be the best version of myself and try to help whoever needs my help if I can help anybody, and it makes me feel good that he thinks like that about me, and I'm just happy to be part of this organization. I'm happy to be here at this point of the season, and like I said in the beginning, I don't think I do anything extra. I just try to be me and just try to be happy every day.
In that regard, this team added a number of players over the course of the season. First you, and then whether it be Rowdy, Hunter, Eduardo. How were you able to kind of fit in so seamlessly and maintain the consistency y'all did all season with so many guys coming in over the course of the year?
I feel like the culture we have in the clubhouse and the chemistry we have on and off the field, I think that's been the main reason for us to keep it that way. And I feel like everybody that has come to the clubhouse is kind of like a great fit for the team, because when I got here, I feel like the guys were really happy to have me here, and the same happened to Rowdy and Eduardo and all of the guys that came in and the trade deadline, and I think that's why we have such a great chemistry, because the guys here, it's a great group of guys, guys that wanted to compete every day and just trying to be have fun on the field, and I think that's why we have that really good chemistry on and off the field.
Willie, you look at right before you came, Luis was a starting shortstop. And for a lot of guys, that would be a huge blow to them for somebody new to come in and take over their position. And you look at what he did the rest of the year, how he handled that. I know you had some guidance with him, but what did you think of the way he handled?
I think it was pretty mature, like if someone else probably would be mad that I came here to play shortstop every day, but he was pretty mature about it, and he just, he did the right thing. He tried to get better and try to, continue to be a better player every day. And for me, it was special to see that. For me, like he went from like being a good player to a really good player. You know what I mean? And when you see a guy as young as he is, to show that mature of like, okay, a new guy came into my position, but I'm gonna do my work every day. I'm gonna try to get better. And for me, that was something special to see that and to try to help him to get better. It was special, and that shows you what kind of talent he has and what kind of person he is, and even a better player. But for me, I think he's such a great player. He's such a great guy off the field, and for me, it was special to see that evolution he did in the regular season.
I have a two-parter for you, Willie. First of all, we haven't asked you in a long time. How's your quad? Are you good?
It's good. I'm ready. I'm good.
Okay, so no issues.
No issues.
Okay. And then a little bigger picture question. How would you describe the team's confidence level when Corbin Burns is on the mound?
I think you've seen it all season. Every time he takes the mound, it's like it's for us it's a win. We know he's gonna have a quality start. He's gonna go strike out everybody. So for us, for me personally, it's kind of boring because I don't get any ground balls. But it's amazing to see, the ability he has and, the dominance he has on the mound. He dominated everybody. He showed, I don't know, the abilities he has. It's something special, It's something special that he has. And for me to be part of it, to watch that every day, and for the team, the confidence level is in the sky when he's pitching. For us, we know he's gonna do a quality start every day, and we're expecting big things for him in the postseason now.
Willie,
Hi, Sophie.
hi. A lot of people were wondering, just how the last road trip went, the last week went. That how confident are you that this team can, turn the light on, for the postseason and play like you guys did for the majority of the second half?
I mean, our confidence is there. I feel like the last week of the season, we kind of like were more chill, kind of like just try to finish the season healthy, and you just try not to do anything crazy. After we clinch, I feel like everybody just kind of relax a little bit, and I know now it's time to go. Now it's time to go play hard, to go win a game, and now is the time that it matters. So we know we have to turn off the switch and to go out there and compete. And it's not going to be like the last week of the season, because we know we have to win, or either we go home.
Willie, I believe you've made the playoffs 3 years in a row. How have you learned to manage your feelings personally and just prep for the playoff pressure? And other than the difference in teams,
Yeah.
switching teams, what is different this year?
Obviously, I feel like as more as you go to the postseason, you get more mature, you get more confident, when you're playing in those situations. And for me personally, last year, was kind of like a learning process, because it wasn't, my best on the offensive side, and then, it was kind of like a motivation for me. And now that I'm in this team, since I got here, the guys, they gave me a lot of confidence, and I feel like that's the difference this year than the past 2 years. That confidence that I have personally, and I know that the team here, the chemistry we have here is special. So, I feel like we are in a good spot, and it's been a really, really good year, and we're trying to make it even more special.
Hey, Willie.
So, baby.
Was wondering what your take is on the Braves. It's been a little bit since you guys have seen them, but what are you expecting from them?
Obviously, a really good game. They have a pretty good team. They're gonna come with the A game. We have Charlie Morton on the mound. I seen it in the postseason. He's a different animal. So we know we have to bring our A game to compete against them. And, you know, they have a really, really good players. They you know, they play the game the right way, and they're going to come to try to take these two games. So we know, so that's why we know we have to compete and just to go out there and continue to have fun and, you know, try to make it really hard for them. And, you know, just try to take those wins in our side and you know, we're expecting a really good games these next 2 days, and obviously, you know, hopefully we get those wins. But, you know, we know we have to compete really hard against them because, you know, that there's a reason why they're here, and we know we have to bring our A game too.
You mentioned Charlie Morton, a different animal in the postseason. From your time playing with him, what was different about him in the playoffs?
I don't know. I don't know. Every time October came, he was just a different animal. He was just a guy that you can relate, you know, like you can just give the ball to him. You know, he's going to give you a really good start, and, you know, he's going to give everything he has. And, you know, he's going to go out there and make, you know, every pitch a hard pitch to the hitter. And I know, you know, I've seen it. I know he's going to be tough tomorrow, but, you know, we know we have to make adjustment and try to, you know, take advantage of whatever he gave us, and, you know, he's just a really good pitcher, man. He's something different in the postseason. But we know that, you know, I've seen it, and, you know, they're ready for it.
Willie was just telling us that he feels physically good going in here. How good is that for you to hear after sort of being as careful as you could with that quad, and how important is a player like him to feel, you know, 100% given his energy on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I think his last week, he felt great on the field. Another 4 days only helps that. So it's great. I mean, I think he's made a huge impact on us. We're all well aware of the energy he's provided. Well aware of the energy he provided last year to Tampa during the playoffs. So he's capable of big things. He's capable of, you know, being an emotional guy that really helps you. And I expect we'll get that.
Craig, when you guys lost DJ to the Reds and Chris Hook was named pitching coach, you know, he heard a lot of, oh my goodness, how's he going to replace DJ? You don't hear that a few years later, if we stopped hearing that a long time ago. Well, how did it go for you, you know, as manager, and getting to know Chris Hook and seeing how he helped your staff?
Yeah, I mean, I think Chris has become a really, really good pitching coach and one of the top pitching minds in the league right now. He's got a really unique skill set of a great ability to understand data, understand pitch shapes, understand everything that's kind of being thrown at him, and then being able to translate it to pitchers in a way that they really love and really like and really understand how to use it to make them better. And that's a gift. It's a talent, maybe is a better way to say it, because it's something that he's worked hard on developing. But he's good at it, and so he's I think really, you know, that what he's shown you in this area makes him a great pitching coach, and it makes him the perfect pitching coach for this organization.
Okay. Craig, in the years you played here, and maybe even your years going back to growing up here, the Brewers tried really hard to churn out great pitching and didn't always do it. Without giving away all the organization's secrets, what do you think the Brewers have done better in terms of getting guys like Burns, Woodruff, Peralta up here?
Yeah, first of all, it's not easy. I mean, it's not like, you know, the way pitching works in the big leagues for most teams is that the pitchers go somewhere else and succeed because it takes a while to become a really good starting pitcher. It's very rare for the young player in the league. So most guys end up with the next organization. It's common, it's normal almost. It's the special group of players that we have more than anything. This is a special group of guys, and I think that's where you start with this is their talent, and then I think overall organizationally, we've poured a lot into understanding pitching, trying to develop it, trying to find it in every corner, trying to understand where it comes from, what are the signals that make it in scouting. And it's been exhaustive, and you just keep doing that, and it ends up in a process where you kind of just stack a couple of good decisions on top of each other, along with some really talented players, and you end up in a spot where you've got some homegrown guys, but the homegrown part of it is this is where this group of guys kind of came in. And we're really fortunate from that perspective. There's a little fortune, I think, in that perspective and kind of how they've all lined up.
Brian, in the back.
Craig, fourth year in a row as manager for you in the postseason, and you've been in some of the biggest moments as a player that you could be in. What have you learned over the years to kind of, the night before you get things started, to just check your emotions, set the tone for the team? What do you do in the next 12 to 24 hours?
I think in the next, you enjoy yourself is what happens in the next couple hours on the field. You just enjoy yourself. And then we're like everybody else. We're excited. Can't wait to get on the field. Can't wait to get to the park tomorrow. Of course, there's some nerves. There's some nervous energy, like everybody else. So I don't think there's anything special I do. I'm gonna go have dinner with my family tonight, which everybody else is gonna do. So we don't have any special programs like that, and we're looking forward to you play all year and you work hard and it's for these games. These are the most fun games for these guys to play in, and that's because of what the fans bring to it, and it's the atmosphere around it. They're incredible atmospheres to play in, and so it's a night of anticipation and a day of anticipation today.
To the right.
Craig, you challenged the starters, Corbin and Freddie and Woody specifically to kind of carry the team, right? That was their challenge for this year. How proud are you for just the way that they've consistently done that and set the tone for the team?
Yeah, I mean, we look in spring training, we knew we had an elite group. And I think the challenge was for them was to do it. We had a couple of guys that were on their heels in Adrian and Eric to keep up. And that's how we were going to be a really good baseball team. And all five of those guys have absolutely done it. And they've kind of led the charge. And probably as much as anything, they've taken on that responsibility of, I want to be great, because it's not enough just to say that you got to live that, and they have, and that's the most impressive part of it.
All the way in the back.
I was reading in the Players Tribune Colton Wong's article that he wrote about, among other things, how well he meshed into the organization. And there's other newcomers, whether it's Vogelbach or Willy Adames. Specifically, what has the organization done to make these newcomers feel so welcome here in Milwaukee to the point where they perform like the way that they performed this year?
Well, the players deserve a lot of credit for that, and that's just the players welcoming new faces, kind of the understanding that there are going to be new faces, that we need new faces to succeed if the group wants to succeed. And I think that's in us. We know that has to happen, whether it be a young player, untested player from kind of comes out of nowhere, or veteran player. And that's just, we know how it's going to be that way. And so I think that creates an atmosphere that I want this guy to succeed, and that's very helpful.
Over to the right.
Craig, maybe without revealing too much, as you started to dig in a little bit more into this Atlanta team, I know you guys faced them in the end of July and all, but what sticks out to you about partially their reason for success in the second half and rolling into this postseason?
Well, they're like teams that make the postseason. There's not a lot of weaknesses. And I think to get through 162 games, your weaknesses get exposed. So they don't have a lot of weaknesses. I think, at one point in the season, they were struggling a little bit. They certainly took off in the second half. Their acquisitions at the trade deadline, they basically remade their outfield at the trade deadline. All three of those guys will probably be in the lineup tomorrow. That's a big deal when you get, three regulars in your lineup in late July. Max Fried has pitched really, really well the second half. He's been good, and their bullpen, even when we saw it at different times, I feel like their bullpen is just solid, consistent, versatile. They can throw a lot at you, different types of arms at you, and that to me leads to over 162 games. Every bullpen's got its kind of little bit of ups and downs, but it leads to consistency over the long term.
We'll take one more, Craig.
Just regarding Colton, you managed against him so many times over the last several years. What's the biggest thing you learned about him as a player this year that maybe you didn't know beforehand, just having him as a team, having him as one of your guys right in the opponent?
It's easy. I think you learn to love any great defender. You learn to love watching them play every day. So you play on other teams and you play against great defenders. The nature of the game is you don't always get the opportunity to see it. But when you're with somebody for the 110 or 20 games that he's played and playing every day, to see a magical defender play every day and see him do the things that make him great, it's one of the reasons why you love the game. I love the game, and playing a position that I played a lot and watching him do it, it's gives me chills, honestly. I mean, he's so fun to watch do it. He does it in such a graceful way and really unique way that it's cool. It's hard to sometimes it's hard to describe, but you get excited talking about it.